Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Rena.
Hi. It's so good to see you.
Hi, it's good to see you.
So it's been 5 weeks since your gastric bypass hypnosis surgery.
Yep, 5 weeks.
And you've lost 20 pounds?
20 pounds and 21 inches on like the major parts of my body that you measure, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What else? Tell us, I mean, how are you feeling? What's changed for you?
Everything's changed. I almost feel like a 180-degree turn. As you know, I was going through a lot of chronic pain, fibromyalgia and spine pain, and I have so much energy. My doctors are thrilled that I've lost 20 pounds. I just feel like I'm on a new healthy road, and it's so easy. I don't feel like I'm on a diet and I'm denying myself things. I just don't want those things. Even this morning, my mom wanted coffee at McDonald's. We stopped. She said, "What do you want?" I didn't want anything. I don't want anything. So she got her coffee, and we just kept driving. And that's the kind of thing that keeps happening. And a few weeks ago, she made cupcakes for my whole family, and she makes wonderful cupcakes. And I looked at the cupcake, and I thought, "Ooh, I want a cupcake." So I took a cupcake, and I ate like 1 or 2 bites. And I thought, this is kind of too sweet. It wasn't really what my head thought it was going to be. It wasn't fabulous, although it was great cupcakes. And my son actually ate the rest of it. I didn't finish a cupcake. And I can't. Wow. I'm 43 years old. I think it's the first time in my life I didn't finish a cupcake. You know, I always finish things, even when it didn't quite taste good. I would eat it anyway. And now I just, a few bites. If I feel like I want something, I take it. But usually if it's a sweet, then it's too sweet.
Yes.
I think I want it, and then I taste it, and it doesn't taste good. Wow. So yeah, so it feels like a whole brain switch, which is amazing to me.
So your taste for food is actually changed. You're
completely.
not denying yourself.
I'm not denying anything. It's what I want has changed. You know, that I want the fruits and vegetables, and I don't want the junk food, and everything just looks heavy, and it just. And I feel like, oh my goodness, this is how skinny people live. this is why skinny people are skinny, because they don't want those things. Yes. You know, I think as a heavy person, you always think, oh, they've got great willpower and they're just denying themselves. But I think now, feeling like I'm in their shoes, they just don't want those things. And when you don't want those things, you're not denying yourself because you really don't want them. So it's so far from any diet that I've ever, and I've tried them all, it does not feel like a diet. I can't say that enough. I feel like if I want the cupcake, I take the cupcake. And then, it's too sweet, I put it down, I don't eat it. But I don't want the really bad stuff. We haven't had takeout in my house for the whole 5 weeks. It just hasn't happened. We were gonna order pizza the other night, the kids didn't even want it. So okay, so my kids have kind of changed too, which is nice, but it's just kind of developed that way, and we just don't want those things. And I just feel like, I know I've said this to you before, I feel like that I've made the switch, and I'm on the road, and the weight just kind of falls off. It's not something I'm worried about. I'm not thinking about, oh, I have to eat this, or I should eat that, or I want to eat that. It's just a natural way to live, and like I said before, I feel like, oh, this is how skinny people live. This is how skinny people are skinny, because it's in your head, and it's all about your cravings. And I know I've told you, I actually qualified for a gastric bypass, talked about it, never really went further than that because surgery scares me. But hearing those words, morbidly obese, or comorbidities is what they call it when you have other issues. Luckily, I'm not diabetic, but that probably was in my future, going down the road that I was going. So I qualified, so that was in my head. So I know what people are going through when they're thinking, do I get the surgery, or maybe should I try this hypnosis? The thing about the hypnosis is it feels like a win-win situation. You don't have the actual surgery, which alters your body, which is scary enough. And they really don't know 20 years, 30 years, how it's going to impact you. And I'm only 43. So if I had it now, would I live to be 80? And would I have vitamin deficiencies and all the issues that come up with that? So surgery to me was really scary. The hypnosis wasn't scary. I just had people say, oh, well, you know, It might. One of my doctors said, if it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay, well, I'm willing. I'm willing to try. Obviously, it's worked for me. So it's just been totally amazing. And now I look back and I think, oh my goodness, if I had the surgery and I had a stomach that couldn't handle those foods, but I had a brain that still told me I wanted those foods, I think that's even more torture. I think that's even worse than being morbidly obese.
Right.
Would be trapped in this cycle of denial.
Yeah.
And that's gone. And I didn't have surgery that altered my insides.
No.
I had it in my head.
So you feel like you had the surgery?
I feel like I had the surgery. I have, 5 or 6 or 7 bites of something, and it's plenty.
Yes.
And my plates have gotten smaller and smaller, and just everything. I feel like I eat more often. I eat every several hours. I eat something, but it's carrots and grapes, and it's healthy food, but it's what I want. It's what I crave.
Yes.
And it's so neat to crave those things and not McDonald's or any of the fast foods. Because my coworkers and my family, they still eat that way, and that's what they want to eat. And it doesn't. They even ask me, "Oh, is this going to bother you? Is this going to bother your food?" And it doesn't. Yeah. I just don't want it. We walked into a Dunkin' Donuts a few weeks back, and I love Dunkin' Donuts. It just smelled so sweet. It was disgusting.
Wow.
Like over the top sweet. And I thought, oh, wow. Okay, the hypnosis worked because donuts are too sweet. And I got coffee. I had black coffee, and that's all I wanted. Wow. So I can't thank you enough. I'm on this journey, and I hope everybody on the internet can watch and join us and maybe not be scared to try it.
Yes.
It's amazing. Rena's amazing, and it just feel like I've gotten my life back. Wow. I feel free and ready to embrace life. And I was just in a hole, trapped by my weight and my pain, and now I just feel free. Wow. So thanks to you.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're very welcome.